So this is based on a true story. Most of the songs are based on true stories. Say the vast majority of them. But this one's based on two older sisters, and we had one sister was academic, and she, for getting her 11 plus, or no, for getting her O levels. Sorry, her O levels. She got a little transistor, a Red Roberts radio, but she was at boarding school and she wasn't allowed to take it into the boarding school, so it stopped in her house. And myself and the other sister used to practice jiving to Radio Luxembourg. Radio Luxembourg was a precursor to Radio Caroline, or was it the other way around? Caroline Radio, do you remember that? No. Well, this was a ship that was out in the middle of the ocean, right? And to get away from what music industry felt was a stranglehold of the BBC and this and the other, they went independent, and they got independent advertising. And Radio Luxembourg, I think it was the first one, 208 medium wave. And I remember listening to it on this little radio, and it would wave. You could imagine it on the ocean. All the noises going and all this, And but for the charts were on earlier, and my sister, would want to practice jiving, you see. So, so I'd be standing on the chair, and she would be, whatever tune came up that we could jive to, would get going and crack. Anyway, called a Red Roberts radio. I was just about 9 years old when I first got sold on rock and roll. It lit my ear, rolled down to my toes, don't you know? We didn't have a big hi-fi, we just didn't have enough money to buy when we danced in the kitchen to a Red Roberts radio. A Red Roberts radio, a little Red Roberts radio. Through the buzzing and the humming, the music kept coming through a Red Roberts radio. My big sister and I, we'd practice jive, and I had to be ready for Saturday night, so she could dance as good as anybody on the floor, don't you know? Big bopper, Buddy Holly, Chubby Checker the King, I was stood in the chair so I could give her a swing. We'd laugh and sing to a Red Roberts radio. A Red Roberts radio, a little Red Roberts radio. Through the buzzing and the humming, the music kept coming from a Red Roberts radio. Bought it in a market down Hill Street in Newry. Money gathered up, picking blackberries. We sailed away on the medium wave to Luxembourg on 208. On that Red Roberts radio. Now just by chance I was taking a stroll by the antique stall about a year ago. There's the same kind of radio on show, don't you know? Scuffed red leather, 2 buttons sticking, half an antenna, 1 dial missing but 1 ever ready, and she's ready, steady, go. It sits by Una's photograph, that one where she's having a laugh. Sometimes upon a certain song, takes me back when we were young. On that Red Roberts radio. A Red Roberts radio, a little Red Roberts radio. Through the buzzing and the humming, the music kept coming from a Red Roberts radio. A Red Roberts radio, a little Red Roberts radio. Through the buzzing and the humming, the music kept coming from a Red Roberts radio. Excuse a mistake.